Our goal is to help our educational leaders do the very best, make the impact, provide value in your school so you can improve your leadership and make your schools even better. The mission is the work. Constantly going through and doing the work that is necessary for the mission is you have to constantly reflect, making sure that you're on the mark. Hey gang, I'm back. How are you? It is Steve Bowler, also known as Stand Tall Steve, and we're here with the Stand Tall Leadership Show, where our goal is to help our educational leaders do the very best, make the impact, provide value in your school so you can improve your leadership and make your schools even better. So much better. Now, we are moving in a direction with the Stand Tall Leadership Show for this season, season 4, and I'm doing some series. It's, connecting a few episodes together. It's almost like, I guess, some free professional development for you guys, because I don't have a guest. I don't have a guest on here. It's just me chit-chatting and talking, just like on season 3. Season 1 and 2, we had guests that were coming in. Season 3, I think I had maybe 2 guests max. Season 4 is just me talking to you guys about my thoughts, my feelings as relates to leadership, educational leadership, instructional leadership, schools, K through 12. I find it interesting. This is interesting. I've had quite a few different people now reach out to me about the Stand Tall Leadership Show, requesting to be a guest on the Stand Tall Leadership Show. They want to be on the show because they see the Stand Tall Leadership Show as the title, and they say, hey, this person talks on leadership and things like that. And my response back to them is, hey, thank you so much. Does this person work within K-12 schools? And every single time they say no. They're in corporate, they're in nonprofit, they're in healthcare, they're in multiple different areas as it relates to leadership. And nobody does the K-12 leadership like this. There's a few podcasts out there. There's people out there, but the ones that are reaching out to me, they're not the ones that really fit in that genre in our area. So I'm staying locked in with this, with K through 12, with our series for the Stand Tall Leadership Show. Now, for those of you that are watching this via YouTube or watching the video, I hope you can notice my new camera. Right? I got a new view. I got a new camera. Usually I just do the regular Logitech camera. What you get is what you get. You can see me and you can hear me and you get the information. I'm not trying to go super high tech on anything, but I have a MacBook and I know I have an iPhone. I'm an Apple guy, and I've been told, or I was informed, that you can use your phone, the wonderful, amazing camera on the iPhone, and connect it to your MacBook in order to use that as your camera for this. So I did the connection, and this is what I get. I think it's very clear. I do have some lights and stuff in here in my studio office to make it bright so you can see me well. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. The background's a little blurred, and I'm nice and clear, and it's good. So for those of you that are checking out the video version of this, there you go. You can see it. All right, so let's jump into what our focus is for this episode of the Stand Tall Leadership Show, which is we're doing a series on vision, mission, and values. Vision, mission, and values. Now, the last episode, we talked about vision, having vision, a picture of a compelling future, all right? A picture of a successful, exciting future. That's what you want to have. And I also share the importance of, as a leader, if you have the vision and nobody else sees it, what good is it? Right? What good is your vision if you're not expressing, showcasing, showing exemplars of that vision constantly in everything that you do, so that the more people who can see the vision the increases the probability that they'll get on board with the vision from a compliance mindset to a commitment mindset. And therefore, we're all working in the same direction in order to get that vision. Now, the next section of this, as we talk to vision, mission, and values, is all about the mission. All right, mission. So the question comes into play: how would you define a mission? How would you define a mission? What's a mission? So the first part of, obviously, is having that vision, having that picture, and then the next step is the vision. So I ask again, how do you define a mission? Now, for those of you who are watching this through video, pause, go down to the comments, type it in, put it into the comments. How would you define a mission? For those of you that are listening, pause it if you even want, reflect, think for a second. Now, when I go out and I do this, and I present to organizations all over, a lot of school leaders specifically, principals, vice principals, teacher leaders, superintendents, directors, supervisors. When I say the mission, a lot of people say these are the goals. This is the daily work that we do. This is the process, the systems that we have in place in order to reach the vision. And you're right. I am not doubting it whatsoever. You are absolutely right. The mission is the work, right? The work that needs to get done. Let's get to work. Let's make it happen. The daily ongoings that need to take place. And as you do the daily ongoing, the daily work, with the vision in mind, it moves you closer to what the vision is that we're trying to establish within the school, the classroom, the district, the organization. That's the mission. It makes sense to me. I don't know. Hopefully it makes sense to you. Hey, by the way, this is going to be a shorter episode because it's pretty straightforward with the mission. What the mission is all about. It's about the work that you need to get done, right? So I've always said that when we're talking about mission, we have to ask questions. In order for mission to move forward, to really be something, you have to have questions that you're constantly asking yourself. And therefore, because you're asking yourself these questions, or the group, or everyone, you are constantly reflecting to make sure that your actions match that vision. So the questions are, what do we do? What is it that we do? How do we do it? How do we do what it is that we need to do? That's the systems. What do we do? The work. How do we do it? Systems in place, processes and procedures. Whom do we do it for? Who are we doing this for? Who is this? Who is this we're doing this for? Why are we doing this work? Right? Whom? So the kids, right? We're doing it for the kids. We're doing it for the community. Those are the people that we're focused in on. All right? And the last one is, which I love this question, what value are we bringing? What value are we bringing? So that question allows us to reflect so that you are putting forth the very best. Now, you may be asking me, hey, Steve, these are great questions. Where'd you get this from? I got to be clear. I got to let everybody know. All right. I'm into Boy Scouts. I love Boy Scouts, right? My son was a Boy Scout. He was an Eagle Scout. And some of the leadership training that they had in the Boy Scouts, all right, Eagle Scout, Boy Scouts for the adults, the adult training is something that I went through. And through this leadership training that they provide for you, this is some of the things that they talk about, the vision, mission, and values. So that mission part, those questions, they kind of shared that with us. And through that process of that training, I said, you know what, this makes good sense. And then I adapted that to education. So there you go. All right. Sometimes you're thinking, Steve just has all these great ideas. I do. Yes, I do. But a lot of them will come from the training and teachings that I learned from church, from reading, from all those different things that are out there that I take constantly learning. So back to the mission. The mission, it has those specific questions. And the important part of constantly going through and doing the work that is necessary for the mission is you have to constantly reflect, making sure that you're on the mark, right? What is it that we're doing? What do we do? We're teaching, we're instructing, we're helping little people become even better little people, right? My friend Darren Peppard says that. He's a speaker. We're making little people better little people, right? What do we do? How do we do it? We do it through instruction. We do it through relationships. We do it through meetings, IEP reviews, systems, policies, procedures, all those different things. That's how we do what it is that we need to do. So we're always in alignment with those things. We set our goals to make sure that we know how we go about doing these things. Whom do we do it for? Maybe that should even be the first thing. Who do we do it for? We're doing it for these kids, right? Most important people in the school, the kids. Second most important people in the school, the kids. Third most important people in the school, the kids, right? What is it that they need? What is it that they need to know? How do we make them better little people? And then I love the last one. What value are we bringing? You know, the value, that's an important thing, gang, right? The value is an important thing. We want to have high quality. We talk about high quality all the time, right? We talk about high quality instruction, high quality schools, and all those things. But that really does come down to the value that we bring. You know, we want to make sure that we're doing well. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. There are days you just don't feel like it. You know, it's not in the cards today. I'm not feeling it today. That happens sometimes, right? But even on the days where you're not feeling it, you're not into it, you don't feel like making it happen, you still have to bring a certain level of value. That goes into your planning up front and things such as that. So here's a quote, all right? You know me, I love my quotes. And this quote comes from, I believe it's Willie Jolly, speaker friend of mine. He says, a goal is something that you work on, while a vision is something that works on you. I'll say that again. A goal is something you work on, while a vision is something that works on you. Let that sink in. All right. We talk about mission. Your mission, you set up your goals within your mission. What you're going to do, how you're going to do it, who we're going to do it for, the value that we're bringing. And you set those goals up to move you forward towards the vision. And you're working on that on a regular basis. Let's go. Let's go. But then your vision, which is the picture of a compelling future, works on you. That's what works on you. That's what, remember, excites my future, but frustrates my present. It keeps you pushing. It keeps you moving forward. You use that frustration as motivation to keep you moving forward. All right? That's how this works, y'all. The mission are the goals. The vision is the bigger picture, the compelling future. A goals is something you work on, while a vision is something that works on you. All right? That's what it's all about, y'all. So what do we have? We have our mission. Our mission is our why. Why? It's our why. That's our why. You always say, what is your why? Your why is your mission that keeps you going day in and day out. What do we do now? How we serve, who we serve, and how we serve them. What we do now, who we serve, and how we serve them. It is our fundamental purpose. I love that. It is our fundamental purpose. This is our purpose, our reasoning for doing what it is that we do day in and day out. That's the mission. So when you're looking at your mission statement for your school, it should contain those pieces with it. You have your mission within your classroom. It should talk about the goals and the toiling and the direction that you want to make happen, the daily work that takes place within your organization, your classroom. Boom, there you go. I told you it was a quick one, y'all. It's a quick one today. We're going vision, missions, values. Our next episode, or next podcast, video, blog, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be on values, vision, mission, values. And that will wrap up our vision, mission, values series. Now, as always, for every single episode of the Stand Tall Leadership Show, we do an ideas. We're going to give you some ideas. And for this one, all of our ideas are going to come out of my newest book, 10-Minute Classroom Openers. Now, these are phenomenal little class starters. One of the things we really want to have happen, y'all, we want to have good relationships between teachers, students in the classroom, right? And a lot of times we walk into the classroom and say, let's get to work, this is the work. Find those and it says 10 minutes, but it really isn't 10 minutes. A lot of these things are 5 minutes. Take a little bit of time, once a week, twice a week, or even every day if you want to. Do a little thing in the classroom, get everybody refocused. They develop those positive relations to get to know each other, right? So for this one, I'm going to page 74, and it's called, What Would You Do Wednesday? What would you do Wednesday? So that's the great thing about this. You can literally just open the book and read it as a teacher. You don't have to prep. What would you do Wednesday? If you could be principal of the school for one day, what would you do? What would you do Wednesday? What would you do? Ask a couple kids that. Next question. If you were at the store with your friend and saw them steal, what would you do? Little ethical question right there. Next one. If you found a $100 bill in a store parking lot, what would you do? Ethical question once again. If you notice a new student sitting alone at lunch, what would you do? And final, if you could cheat on a test and not get caught, what would you do? Right? Simple. Teacher, open a book. What would you do Wednesday? Read the questions, and you're done. There's your ideas. Get the book. It's on Amazon. It's on my website, StanPaulSteve.com. That's it. And wrapping this up, gang, here we go. If you are an educator with 10 plus years experience in any way whatsoever, and you know your stuff, you have your content and everything, and you've thought about becoming a educational speaker, trainer, consultant in some kind of way, reach out to me. Go to withinourranks.com, withinourranks.com. I am helping educators who want to speak professionally in some way within our own ranks. That's why it's titled Within Our Ranks, within our own ranks, to get training and education on how to step into the world of educational speaking. All right, there you go. Check me out. I hope I gave you some value. I hope I gave you something that you could use in some way. I really do. It was a quick one, vision, mission, values. You guys are awesome. I get to try out my new camera. It's actually just my phone, but I'm using my camera, and we're hopefully got some good information. You guys, thank you so much for everything. Have a good one. Take care.